Hi everybody, welcome to this video. This is Place for Plushies and I'm here with my Build-A-Bear Charmander plushie. I can't remember if I ever showed this guy in a haul, possibly. I don't actually remember, but I'm very glad I could collect this plush somehow. I suppose I was really lucky. If I would have found him at a Build-A-Bear store, I probably would have gotten him because I think the Charmander is really... It is some kind of a very special Pokemon to me. I think he's very cute and I really love his shape. So as you can see, I have other Charmanders. I have one over there. I have a few Charmanders and this one is really cute looking, so really glad I collected this guy. Also because he's not necessarily easy to get by, so I kind of grabbed the opportunity to collect him and I love him very much. It's really funny. The best thing actually is that he has a Star Wars song. But it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, fortunately that happens. Yeah, my Build-A-Bear Sonic is also having the sound box is getting defective. So yeah, I get these things get old. Anyway, I would like to make a little haul tonight. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to show everything, but it's just that I have to show it randomly. Because it's quite much. There's gonna be a lot of Sonic, because I'm so much into Sonic these days. Was quite much in the vibe of the new movie, which I got, by the way. Finally, it's here. It was painful to see other people getting the movie while here it wasn't out yet, but now I have it, and really I deserved getting it because it wasn't easy. I wanted to spend the day in the mall with my mom, and I can tell you, getting there was real trouble. So, I deserve it. Here it is. Love it very much. Still have to watch it for a second time. I might actually show you a few non-Sonic plushies, stuffies. So, let me show you. I could actually find this beautiful Titanic decoration here. It's quite red, I know, but I would love to hang it up somewhere in my new home. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just totally her. It's so beautiful. So I'm really glad I could find this. Can't wait to hang it up because it's really beautiful. Finding such Titanic decorations can be quite pricey, so I'm glad to find them in secondhand. And, yeah, they might be a little damaged. Might even be able to fix that with acrylics, but so far, just love it very much. And one of the little bargains that I could find last month was this backpack. This is my new Sonic backpack. I saw this one on Amazon, but I chose another. But I could get this one for like €5, so I grabbed my chance. Glad I have it as well, because I didn't feel like spending $30 on it. See? So, was lucky me. But I found a few nice things on Vinted these days. Well, not these days, a while back. Because I don't order so much anymore. I don't really like it very much. Also, all those packages in their way, I kind of, dislike it a little, so yeah, I wanted to change that a little bit, and that is why. Yesterday, I could find this beautiful little Joker figure. I know I'm not much in the character these days, but I thought it was really pretty looking. He might be a new release. I'm not quite sure how long he has been there. Apparently he's released for the 35 years or something of Batman. Not quite sure. But this seems to be the Dark Knight Joker in 12-inch figure. And never saw this one before. And I wanted to have him for my collection. Because if there's one Joker I will keep, it's this one. I know I've been collecting a few, and I was actually thinking of selling some of them. But this guy is, he's gonna be staying. He might even be staying in his packaging. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna unbox him. He's so beautiful. I love the coloring of his clothing and his quite accurate look. I do collect this type of Joker, so yeah, this one I love very much. And there he goes. Yeah, I know. So yeah, there are all kinds of different things. Collected a few things for my dog as well, but I left a few things out not to make the video too long. So I want to show you the beautiful shadow plushies that I could find. So this is actually a backpack that I got by mistake, actually, since I thought it was actually another plushie. But it happened to be a backpack one I collected earlier. Luckily, I didn't spend much money on him. While usually people sell him for like quite much, but I was quite lucky. So, well, since he's a little smaller than the backpack I already have, and since he's quite well stuffed, I decided just to cut away the straps and cover up the damage. And actually now he actually ends up as being a nice plushie. Don't really sleep with him though. Yeah, the reason is actually because I don't really like this material very much, this felt material. I like to have him for, exposed. He kind of reminds me of the GE Shadow. But he's really gorgeous. Says hi. Hi. So yeah, there you go. This is one of the beautiful little guys that I could find. I was also surprised by another little shadow, one I never saw before. Talking about this little guy. People might actually recognize him as the Sega Press International or Sega Press Europe shadow plushie. He's indeed really well made. But he actually is a little taller than that fairy one. And I never saw a taller one or one like this. So I had to collect this one. Love him very much, by the way. I've been waiting for him for a long time as well. Was afraid that he might have been lost, but he wasn't apparently. Lucky me. Again. Yeah, no, really, never had any updates and stuff. It was really annoying. But that's exactly what I mean. That's why I don't want to have too many packages on that way. It's really annoying. He has beautiful, complete rings. Also here, the fabric on his shoesies is indeed really well detailed and finished with the full rings as well. He misses the little jet holes on the bottom of his shoes, but he does have each and every detail you can imagine. He has plastic eyes, which is a very special feature on this plush. And even here, they try to manage to make his chest fur. He's quite round, but he's a gorgeous little plush. Look how large he turns out. So this is one shadow I love very much. Cherish him very much. Yeah, I do collect shadow. I love him very much. Here it is. And these beautiful guys. I know right now I'm showing you another Joker. Well, let's say that I found this poster. It is framed, but I found this in the thrift shop actually. And I love this poster very much. And I'm not sure if I will take the frame with me, but I got it for my home in case ever I use this, because this is something I really wanted to collect in case of. I love that Dark Knight movie very much, and I thought this poster was actually really beautiful. So I might just remove the frame and keep the poster. Anyway, it's totally awesome. Squiddy! Yeah, I know. Just checking. It's gonna be out soon, so yeah, can't wait. Oh, Lucifer, hi, how are you, cutie? Oh my god. Is there another season coming? No. Oh, so sweet. Anyway, back to Joker. So this is, something I found in the thrift shop. One of the rare finds that really seduced me. So there you go. Oh, Kitty, you're gonna like this very much. I could find these little onesies for my Chuckies. Yeah, they were very, very cheap. These little used onesies for my Chuckies, and I decided to put them on. Also, the color of his eyes go really well with this one. Yeah. I actually, by coincidence, I found two little onesies that actually were pretty much his size, so I took it for him. And I have another one right here. But this is more like a costume, so yeah, for the other Chucky. And he's wearing the Build-A-Bear ring. I know. So yeah, that's for you, Kimmy. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Yep. There we go. So, there's Charmander, yeah. So I did something which I haven't been doing for for a long time. I went to Comic-Con. Yeah, I used to go every year, but I decided to skip a year just because it was always, I don't know, getting boring or maybe just not so interesting anymore. So I decided to just skip a year and try next time. I left it out in September, but I decided to go in May, and I was glad. It was indeed a good idea to just skip a few times, even though I like it very much. But the entrance is getting expensive, more and more expensive, so it's most like, yeah, $30 if you want to go, and you can just order earlier, but if you have to cancel, yeah, well, that's the risk I don't take. So anyway, I gathered the money to go, and I brought a few things back, a few things I'm really glad with. My very first find was actually the best one, absolutely, but I'm going to show you that on the very end.
Show you?
So first of all, was maybe a little ridiculous, but I found this beautiful Sonic. He's quite large. He's a big guy. He's a classic Sonic. Feels really soft and is really cute. I tried to make nice videos on Comic-Con, but my camera has issues, so you might actually find out that wasn't easy to do. This is the bracelet that they put on me. And yeah, so far I have this little Sonic. Thought he was really cute. For some reason, I just got a little obsessed with him, and I just couldn't leave him out. I suppose that's just my mistake. But he's adorable, and so far he is here. And actually, ever since he's here, I really enjoy him. He has a cute face, and sometimes just very comforting to pet him. Just say he's a good boy, and yeah. Like I don't have enough Sonics to cuddle up with. Anyway, so this is this little guy's story. I was also glad to find, because like usual there are a bunch of Pokemon, and I decided to collect 2 of them. Actually, just one after such a long while. I collected this Levion. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video because my camera is messing up again. There we go. Serious focus problems on my camera. So here she is, finally, Levion. And the thing you should know is that I have been collecting these Pokemon plushies of Comic-Con for a whole while. Lots of my Pokies here actually come from Comic-Con. So like the Flareon and the Jolteon that you just saw. But if I record them, my camera is going to focus on them and we'll have another problem. So, sorry about that. But loads of my Pokemon plushies like this actually come from Comic-Con. And at some point I wanted to have a Levion as well, because I think she's really beautiful. And it's not the first Comic-Con I encounter Levion. But most Levions, or they were too small, or they were quite deformed. And I was quite afraid of the ears of this one, because I think the ears are always positioned a little too low on the head. In this store they had a Levion, and I was quite much tempted to take her with me. But in her plastic bag, she looked a little squashed and she looked quite flat. So I wasn't quite sure if she was going to turn out okay. But eventually, I have to say, she's quite nice. And she's actually really beautiful. Also with I like the plant theme on her. She looks like a little poison ivy, you know. And then here with the crest, and it's a bit of a crest, I suppose. And the beautiful tail as well. She has a beautiful long tail, and the coloring. Also, I thought one of my beautiful green colors would fit her really well. So yeah, I'm glad that Levion was here. So I did collect her this time. After so many years of waiting and just seeing her, I collected her this time. And I'm glad she's here. And I collected a bunch of evolutions, at least my favorite ones. I'm actually looking for a Vaporeon like this. So far, I never saw her. I have Glaceon up here. Yeah, I know. Surprisingly, I also wanted to take, because I already have one, but I wanted to take Umbreon with me, because I thought Umbreon was also really great looking in her sitting position. And I have a standing Umbreon. And that's why I wasn't quite sure about taking this one with me, but I was really impressed with how beautiful she looked, and yeah, I couldn't leave her behind. So I took these ones, Umbreon and Livion. They both actually come with this tag. I suppose they're both fake plushies. At least they do look so, but not quite sure how really are. If you ask me, I think they're fake, but they do have this Pokemon chip and logos and everything else. Maybe name tag and everything. Also, they have this logo on them. They both have this tag. So, I'm not quite sure what to think about it, but love them so much anyway. They feel quite much like my fakies, and I love it very much. So yeah, these are my Pokemon that I took Comic-Con. Also, one adorable little thing that I could find, me loving Squid Game very much, or at least the Squiddies, I found this adorable 3D print of a Squiddy. There were loads of 3D printed figures and dragons and mythical animals on Comic-Con. Coming from people who have a 3D printer and who enjoy themselves with printing all kind of little figures. And I'm gonna collect more of these little guys because I think they're quite charming. You can basically put them everywhere. They can just sit down somewhere and they look actually quite accurate. So yeah, this is just a little pilot project. I wanted to find out how nice I liked it, and I love him very much. I have been painting his shoes and his hands. That is why his hands are black. I wanted to have him accurate, so I have been painting his zipper as well. I didn't paint the belt on him, because I thought that was gonna be too much. But he has the zipper and his gloves and his shoesies, and that way his boots, I'm gonna say, because they're more like boots. And yeah, I put him on my Titanic downstairs, on my Lego Titanic. We like to have more of these, and I'm definitely gonna collect a few, because I think they're so cute. So, love him very much. Yep, there we go. I know my camera has some focus trouble. My camera's getting old, I suppose. So, the very last find I brought back from Comic-Con was something that was really a surprise for me, what I love very much. I don't know if you guys like him, but I like Calcifer very much, and I found a big, huge plushie of him. I do have a few Calcifer plushies, never so big, but I'm glad I finally found a really large one, because all the ones I could find were always tiny. Really, some of them are the size of a tennis ball. That's ridiculously small. What can you do except from losing them? So I think it's too bad, and I do have a smaller Calcifer plushie that I managed to find so far. Never saw such a big one ever sold. And this I just came across. It was incredible. I had to have him right away. So yeah. But he wasn't cheap, of course. I think I paid like $55 for him, which is of course way too much. But he has a Howl Moving Castle tag. Indeed, this guy is really official, and he has his name and everything that goes with him. Giant Calcifer plushie. And also I really should watch the movie again. He has, I know it's barely visible, but, so, yeah. Oh my god, I love him so much. So much. It's a great little guy. So finding this guy really made my day. Something I never saw before, and something I was actually looking for. So, yeah, without knowing actually, because I just love this character. Having a big plushie of him really, really is awesome. I can't wait to cuddle up with him and just pet him while watching the movie. I love him so much. His little shapeless mouth and eyes. So there you go, one character I love very much. Here you go, hey Charmander. I have to say, I fall for the charm of this little guy. That's what his name says, Charmander. He's a charm, see? But yeah, there you go. So, this is my little haul that I collected over this last several months. These days, actually, I don't spend very much, so I don't necessarily have much to show you. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.